Want to be up to date with the news on
finance,
fashion,
society,
science,
sports.
Look no further with the award-winning news presenter Tim Tullamore at Nesting News.
Good evening. This is Nesting News on Channel 1, and I'm your designated driver in the intoxicating world of events, Tim Tullamore. On today's menu, crypto versus the world, sushi with salmonella, fashion in Miami, and more. As usual, opening with the crypto's analog of a litmus paper, namely Bitcoin, which had hit 30,000 in the last 24 hours. Although it was partially expected, or rather hoped for by many, the main question is whether this growth is sustainable and could BTC repeat the feat of Apollo 11 any time soon. While former Coinbase CTO bets $2 million on Bitcoin hitting $1 million by July due to the USA's hyperinflation, the crypto industry still looks over its shoulder to spot any opportunities. Mainly, the next Fed's interest rate decision could resolve this 30K barrier in any direction. Currently, the market consensus suggests another 25 basis points hike next month. Nevertheless, those high on hopium nervously bite their nails since many so-called financial experts predict not a raise, but a cut of the interest rate. Needless to say, this would make crypto as a whole more lucrative than the evergreen Illuminati papers, meaning further potential growth, short squeeze situations further igniting the upward pressure, and so on. Yes, we'll see relatively soon, especially with a whole bunch of indicators such as CPI, PPI, and other eyes releasing this week in the US. Now, moving on to our exploit of the week. Oh, I swear we can make it a separate section by now. Jesus. Anyway, Sushi Swap, a famous decentralized exchange, was exploited by a not-identified hacker who managed to steal over $3.3 million due to a smart contract bug. The hacker was able to inject the Sushi Swap's liquidity pool contract with his own code, which the hacker conveniently named Yoink. While the Yoink has been detected just a few hours after, the impudent Oink was not exposed. Moreover, as a precautionary measure, Jared Gray, Sushi's head developer, has urged everyone who used the service in the last few days to revoke Sushi's access as a safety measure. Moreover, Sushi Swap has already managed to recover a part and is promising to cover the rest of the victim's stolen funds. Interestingly enough, the victim is a prominent crypto whale, also quite well known on Twitter. Would the same story resonate in the news as much if it was an ordinary folk with $3,000 stolen instead of 3 million? And why are they named Sushi Swap? Is there a delivery service? So confusing. Anyway, fashion in Miami, it has always been a special thing, often experimenting with the new trends ahead of its time. This time round, Polo Ralph Lauren has launched its first ever shop in Miami that now accepts payments in crypto such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polygon, and even Dogecoin. While it seems unlikely that the true crypto enthusiasts would part ways with their precious coin in the bear market so easily, this news can still be deemed as yet another hint of the imminent mass adoption of crypto. Also, a smart move by Ralph Lauren, trying to accumulate cheap coins, as well as increase their relevance and not just the logo size on their merch. And finally, a quick shout-out to Ultralight's latest podcast for those of you who missed it yesterday. Head of Strategy of Theta Labs, Wes Levitt, interviewed by the one and only Wes Shoween. Great questions, insightful answers, and great finds there. Well, that will be all for tonight. It was Nesting News on Channel Ulu, and your humble servant, Tim Tullamore. Stay hydrated and good night.